Hello, Sallies. Welcome back to another video. Finally, we've reached part 5 of the Decoding Gym Rat Brocab series. Really? The more that I sit here and the more episodes that I've done, the more that I'm realizing that this series really just is like a beginners to the gym lecturing series. You know what I mean? So I hope if you're a beginner to the gym that this series has been helpful for you. Or even if you're like, you've been going for a while, I hope it's still been helpful because there's always more to learn. But I've almost like been disliking this series because I feel like I didn't plan it out well enough. And then all of the episodes are like 30 minutes long and it's just me blabbering. And I feel like I could have been more intentional about making it a bit more digestible and entertaining, but I digress. I'm going to finish what I started and finally bring you part 5, the final part of the Brocab series. Cool? So today we will be talking about lifting gear, stuff that you see gym rats use in the gym. What the heck are they wearing? Why are they wearing that? Why are they using that? What is on their hands? And so these are the words that we will be reviewing today. Not too many on the list, so hopefully this video will be a shorter one. Let's get right into it. First vocab word is a lifting belt. A lifting belt, as you see, is this belt that we wear around the like skinny part of our waist. And basically what this does is it helps us lift more weight. I don't know if you know about bracing. I've talked about bracing in one of the past parts of this series. And it's creating intra-abdominal pressure. Basically, it's making your core super rigid so that you can produce more force, so that you can feel stronger in your lift. A lifting belt is a really great way to cue you, so like to help you fill your trunk better and just brace your core better. It is not a band-aid for back pain. So you do not wear a belt because you have back pain. You simply wear a belt to help you feel not only physically stronger, but mentally stronger in your lifts. You typically use a belt for big compound movements, so like a back squat, a deadlift. Some people use it on their bench. I use my lifting belt for whenever I do Romanian deadlifts and when I do any type of squat pattern. Right now I'm using the hack squat. I'll throw my belt on and I always feel instantly more powerful, okay? Next on the list, we have sleeves and wraps. You'll often see gym rats walking around with sleeves around their hand, like wraps around their elbows, knee sleeves, or maybe an elbow sleeve. All of these sleeves/wraps, as you've noticed, they go on joints and it can help keep the joints warm and like lubricated. And I guess the idea is that it could help prevent the risk for injury. But not only that, it can help with like the ricochet and the bounce out of the bottom of a bench or the bounce out of the bottom of a squat. And it can just make these big compound movements more comfortable. Personally, I've never used any of these tools. I've never benched or squatted for long enough to where I felt like my joints needed that type of support so that I could continue to get stronger. I much prefer more like bodybuilding style training. I think if I were to use one of these, it would be the knee sleeve because I do like to squat. Right now, my squat of choice, like I said, is the hack squat, and I feel like it might feel good to squat with a knee sleeve, and I'd be curious to see if it just helps me be more badass and like lift more and get stronger. Next on the list, shoes. You might notice gym rats wear different types of like athletic shoes. So there's the heeled lifting shoe, and you'll see a lot of weightlifters use the heeled lifting shoe. And basically what that shoe does is it literally, your heel is on a heel. So it buys you more range of motion in a squatting position. So I actually do use heeled lifting shoes and I use them for when I'm squatting because my ankles just really aren't all that flexible. And so when I have a heel on, it allows me to squat like deeper and it helps me bias my quads better. And I really like that. So I do use heeled lifting shoes when I am hack squatting, when I am leg pressing, or whenever I want to bias my quad. Now, I also use a flat, wide-soled shoe. This is the Notorious Lift shoe, and I've talked about this in my What's in My Gym Bag video, but it's just a completely flat shoe. Like, it does not have any cushion. That shoe is designed on purpose because when you have a nice flat shoe that allows all of your piggies to spread out, you can produce more force from the ground up because you have better contact with the floor. So if you're somebody who wears like a really cushy, fluffy, like running shoe to the gym, consider wearing a flat shoe or consider wearing socks, like no shoes at all, because you might find that you feel stronger. I know that's the case for me. Now, hip thrust pad and barbell collar, we're going to do them in the same one because you often use them together. So a hip thrust pad is basically a pad that you put on the barbell so that the barbell doesn't like hurt you. Like, dude, if you're fucking hip thrusting 300 pounds, that's a lot of weight on your hip bones. You know what I mean? So the barbell pad just makes hip thrusting more comfortable. And then a barbell collar is what you put at the ends of your barbells to hold your plates in place because you don't want your plates accidentally like slipping off, or you know what I mean? Like the plate falls off on one side and you flip your barbell over, or it can be annoying when you're like deadlifting and your plates are going all over. Same with hip thrust. So the barbell collar just holds your weight plates in place. Next, we have lifting chalk and a singlet. I put these together for the same reason. They kind of go hand in hand. Typically, someone who's wearing a singlet is a powerlifter. Powerlifters use them at their powerlifting meets. And typically, people who are using lifting chalk are people who are wanting to be really strong in the gym and are wanting to lift really big numbers. So I've used chalk before when I used to deadlift a lot. It just helps so that your grip doesn't slip. Yeah, you'll see weightlifters use a lot of chalk. Powerlifters use a lot of chalk. As of recently, because my style of training has changed more to like bodybuilding, I don't really use lifting chalk. And I've never worn a singlet because I've never competed in powerlifting. Next, we have, is that the last word? It's the last word. What an easy breezy, beautiful final video of this series. The last word is, you might hear gym rats make TikToks or Instagram reels where they're talking about their pump cover. And it's just, I don't even know who invented this term, but basically a pump cover is whatever you're wearing. It's a shirt. The shirt that you're wearing whenever you go to the gym. And we call it a pump cover because at the end of your workout, you take off your shirt, you take off your hoodie, and you reveal your pump. Pump cover is literally just a funny way to say shirt. If you're not sure where to begin in terms of buying equipment, just keep in mind that none of these equipments are necessary. They're not going to do the work for you. That is going into the gym, showing up consistently, and actually training hard as fuck. Nor are they going to take the place of dieting if you're somebody who is trying to get a better physique, for example. But they are great tools. I think the first thing that I bought was a heeled lifting shoe. Or maybe, no. The first thing that I bought was like chalk. And then the second thing that I bought was my heeled lifting shoe. And then the third thing that I bought was a lifting belt. So like, feel free to slowly buy these equipments over time. You know what I mean? Like, don't feel a pressure to buy them immediately, especially since they might not even really be useful for you in the beginning of your journey. But as you start getting more into the lifestyle and having a good time with it, I think it can be fun to reward yourself with a cool piece of equipment that makes you feel like you're embodying the lifestyle, and it makes you feel cool, and it makes you show up, and it makes working out more fun. That's literally all I have for you this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it with someone that you think might benefit from this information. If you haven't subscribed already and you're into that, it's free. Please do it. It helps me a lot. And don't forget to ding, 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 ding. Click that little notification bell so you never miss another video from me ever again.